Hey everyone, I hope you're well. Today I'm going to show you some Octane jump pad tricks that you can do. There's some basic mechanical tips that are useful for just the jump pad anywhere. We'll go over the basics, and then after that we will go into some cool tricks you can do on both Kings Canyon and Olympus in some interesting spots. So let's get the basics out of the way first, and then we'll get into some more sort of interesting spots that you can use. This video is sponsored by Apex Gaming PCs. If you are looking for a gaming PC and you want a gaming merchant themed one, then there's a link in the description. So first, let's talk about the very basics. If you walk over the jump pad, you get a very high arch up into the air and not so much distance. Now, since Season 8, if you slide on it, however, you get a long distance and much faster speed. And if you hit it while standing next to it, you can sort of just jump pad up and down consistently, which can be used if you want to snipe someone who's low. Just keep in mind you're very, very vulnerable when you do this, so you're probably going to get picked out of the sky. It's not the same as a Horizon gravity lift, but it has some uses, and you can kind of spam shots of weapons that don't have 100% midair accuracy, although this is kind of like the charge rifle triple take strat that I do sometimes when I know a player's really low, or trying to get some information about where players are, or I'm just trying to pick a third party fight in ranked and try and get some cheeky kills. Next up, we have this tip. If you slide on the jump pad, you have 100% accuracy. You got to slide first, and then you'll have 100% accuracy. As you can see here, if you don't slide, you do not have this same accuracy. Your bullets are going to go everywhere. So if you want 100% accuracy, make sure to slide first. And another thing to keep in mind is that if you are to do any kind of movement after it, so for example, you press the double jump button after the slide, it takes you out of that 100% accuracy mode, so you'll no longer be able to hit your shots. As you can see here, a perfect example, it's no longer accurate. However, when we do slide, just for confirmation here, it is 100% accurate. But once again, if you slide then double jump, that accuracy is then lost, as we can see here. Another thing, it would make sense that if you stimmed, it would allow you to go a faster or further distance on the jump pad, but it maxes out at a certain speed and it doesn't make you go further, so don't waste your health or your stim by doing this. It does absolutely nothing in this game. I wonder if with some practice you could actually time it so that when you touch the ground, your stim cancels the landing animation so that you can slide or something. I've tested it a little bit. It doesn't seem possible, but who knows? Alright, so now the next thing, you can wall run. All you need to do is just put the jump pad next to a wall and sort of just press forwards on the movement stick or the W key. And if you want to kind of turn your aim into a different direction whilst you do it, then just press the movement direction into the wall so you kind of stick to it. Another thing is there's loads of walls around the map, right? With the new jump pad height, you can basically just jump over them, which is pretty awesome in my opinion. Now, the new jump pad height also allows you to jump over pretty much anything in the map with the trident. So you can go really high with this now, a lot higher than before. Of course, you can't do the jump pad across the map glitch, but this is more legit. You can feel, confident doing this and get some pretty crazy distance. Let's say, I don't know, you're out of the ring, you got a long way to go. Look at this little trick here that you can use to get over some of this negative space in Olympus that otherwise you'd have to go all of the way around, and that's going to be kind of a problem if you don't have any heals. Look at this. We don't even need to boost to get across here, but with a boost we go even further. Really, really awesome little trick with a jump pad and trident. Here's another little example. I don't know why you'd want to do this, but you can get the trident into the Pathfinder boxing ring, basically just over any walls, over any gaps, so play around with it and you'll see how far you can jump. Now let's get into the more kind of tricksy things. Now this is something that I saw on Moki Sniper's channel first, so if you like movement stuff, definitely go check him out. There'll be a link in the description to the video I watched where he showcased this. All you really need to do is jump on a jump pad and then just push forwards and you kind of stick to the ceiling. It's kind of an interesting way to get across a large distance in a room as fast as possible. People aren't really going to expect it, and with some practice you can do some pretty cool stuff. All you really need to do is make sure the jump pad is close enough to this, and then you can do this cool trick here. It's pretty awesome. Right, here's one little jump pad trick that I've been testing for hours, but I think that it's impossible. If this Mirage Voyage was 2 meters closer, it would be possible. But maybe if you practiced it, you could do it. Either way, if you were to put your jump pad in this tiny little spot here, and then jump across with the sliding jump, you can almost get across. Now, I'm saying almost because, as you can see here, I've tried this probably a dozen or so times now. And you can only just touch the edge, you can't quite climb over it. It would be amazing if you could do that, but don't worry, I got some more jumps we can do. For example, this spot in Olympus. Let's say someone's chasing you up here and you kind of don't want to get caught off guard, you want to escape. You can throw your jump pad down, and you have to get this perfect, because if you don't get it perfect, people are just going to get stuck on this invisible wall, right? So if they try and chase you, they may end up falling off the edge of the map, which is really, really funny actually. But the great thing is, you can do it, as long as you make sure that you jump at the right spot. Typically, if you want to be safe, I found that if you put the jump pad on this little barrier here, you're going to have a better time. You're going to find it a lot easier to jump over this wall into the rift, which is quite a nice little escape point. Now, if you like these kind of things, you may like this one over in Hydro Dam. If you climb all the way up on this pipe, the new height does allow you to climb up to the top and run over the mountains. A really good shortcut if you can't be bothered to go all the way around. You hear people fighting. Really, really interesting way to just get straight into the fight or rotate quicker, and I'm sure it'll save you some time. Here's another little one as well. Let's say there's a fight in that building. You don't want to go over the zip line. You kind of want to catch them off guard. Well, then just jump over here. Really, really simple little trick. Overall, as long as something's within like 70 meters distance and it's not too high, you're going to be able to jump over it. So just ping that thing first to see where the distance is, and you're going to be able to jump over it. Another little tip is, if you kind of want to go in a direction really fast, the same kind of speed as when you're sliding across it, but you don't have the opportunity to slide. Maybe, for example, the jump pad's in a really small spot and you can't get a run up, or you don't have enough time. All you need to do is crouch by the jump pad, melee it, and then press whatever button you want to go at the same time. So if you want to go backwards, then look at the jump pad, turn your back to the direction you want to go, melee it, and press the backwards movement stick or S key at the same time, and you'll go zooming backwards at the same speed you would as if you were sliding across it. And you can double jump as well. This can also be a good way to kind of like see what's going on behind you as you're jumping through the air. Another little trick, if you throw the jump pad on top of another jump pad, the jump pad will go the distance of a standard walk into that jump pad, not the slide distance. So if you kind of want to chain some jump pads together, you can throw the jump pad down, then run across it. Then by the time you get to the point where the other jump pad has landed, you're already able to immediately jump onto that. Now, if you hold crouch as you're doing that, you'll get the slide jump distance. So it can be a great way to cover a really long distance very quickly if you already have a jump pad on the ground and you have one ready available to use. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. That's pretty much it in this video. If you have your own Octane jump pad tips and tricks, do leave them below. I'd love to hear some of your opinions and suggestions, because I don't play Octane too much. Maybe some Octane mains out there have some really good stuff to share. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the comments. Cheerio.